Hello everybody and welcome. Today we stand at the door of League 2. The question is, will we be able to open it or will something block our way? Hello, it's a very warm welcome to episode 33 of To Be a Legend FM 26 style. We start the series managing Radcliffe, known as the Borough, for FM 26. The question is, will we get back-to-back promotions in today's episode as we try and get out of the National League into League 2? My name's Mark, and on today's episode we will find that out because we have match days 45 and 46 in the Enterprise National League. We start with an away game at Damson Park as we face Solihull Moors, and then we are at home to Scunthorpe United in match day 46. I guess it'd be nice to lift the trophy at home, wouldn't it? But we only need 1 point going into today's episode in order to secure that title. I say 1 point, 2 points, I guess, would secure it. The table looked like this going into today's episode. There has been games played, but it just means that everybody's on 44 games. I think Solihull Moors played Truro City, possibly. No, they played Accrington. Sorry, not Accrington. Altrincham, that's who they played. So it's, as it stands today, 5 points between us and Carlisle, who are in second place. 94 points plays 89 points. York City and Rochdale are in third and fourth on 87. 7 points adrift with only 6 available. They can't catch us. It is a straight between us and Carlisle United. So Hartlepool are in 5th on 84. Fylde are 6th on 81. There's a big gap then down to Braintree. Braintree won't make the playoffs. So I think everybody in the top... in fact, sorry, what am I on about? Braintree are in the playoffs. But I'm saying the top 6 are guaranteed playoff places. The fight is on for the bottom there. And it's still open to Morecambe as well on 62 points. But they've drawn their last 3 games. So it's basically any one from 4 there, albeit Morecambe have probably got the outside chance of actually securing that space. It's more likely to be between Braintree, Scunthorpe, who are our second opponents today, and they'll be fighting to try and get that playoff place, so they won't let up. And Altrincham, of course, our other opponents, Solihull Moors. I mean, they're standing on the trapdoor at the bottom there, and they need a win. So both these matches are going to be toughies, to say the least, because they need points in order to survive in the National League next season. So it's not going to be easy in any manner, shape or form. Right, we're going to not talk about it. We're going to go and find out whether we can secure the title in our first attempt against Solihull Moors at Damson Park. And here is the team that faces Solihull Moors in this penultimate game of the National League season. Are we going to get promoted today? That is the question. Well, we will on today's episode if we can pick up a point effectively, or 2 points. Cartwright is in goal. It's Watson, Crooks, Byrne and Shackelford, our defensive line. Watson coming in for Robinson on the left. Glendon playing as the deep line playmaker. We're playing a 4-3-3 again today. Seems to have done us quite well over the last 2 or 3 games. Let's hope it doesn't go awry today. Doyle and Huntley are ahead of Glendon in midfield. Whittingham comes back in on the left side for this very important game. Green on the right. Elliott leads the attack up front, and then the bench looking like this. It's Thompson, Robinson, Park, Riley, me, Taylor and Enright. And here we are at Damson Park. Solihull Moors playing a 4-3-3 today, making 5 changes from the side that drew 1-1 with Altrincham in their last match. They are currently 20th in the table on 39 points. They've drawn their last 4 matches. The last match they won was match day 40 when they beat Yeovil 3-0 at Yeovil. Solihull Moors playing in yellow tops, blue shorts today. We're playing in all white. Danny Elliott getting the game underway. Watson, Whittingham. Whittingham puts that ball into space for Doyle. Well, straight away, we get a free kick. I think might have been offside. French ball forward to Bonnet. One over the top. And that was a poor ball by whoever that was. And chances going awry yet. And we've managed to block it and save the day so far. Glendon heads that out to Green. Green pumps one up forward, looking for Danny Elliott, who's on the ball. Danny Elliott has a go from distance, just wide. Crooks with a free kick. To Shackelford, out wide to Green. Seems to be a lot of players out there. He's got Shackelford in support. Back to Green. Green round his man. Crosses in, looking for the head of Danny Elliott. And he found it. And we take the lead on 9 minutes. One step in league. Sorry, 1 foot. Not one step. Well, it is 1 step. But it's one foot in League 2 as it stands. Green, who's not played particularly well in the last few games. But today he's got that on the head of Danny Elliott. And Danny Elliott puts it away. And he's been brilliant since he came in. They have a corner. Myers with the corner. Swung in. Cartwright punches it. And I don't like it when they punch it and catch the darn thing. Obviously couldn't. And the Macaulay Bonnet, he's offside. It won't count. Doyle brought down, as we just saw. He's got the free kick, has a go on his own, but it's over the top. As we enter the last 5 minutes of this first half, it's been not all one-way traffic, that's for sure. And we have hung on to this lead just by the skin of our teeth so far. That ball from Green, who was on the wrong wing, but tidied up by Watson. Watson going on a run. Watson has a bit of support here. Crossed in. Nobody there. Huntley. Glendon. Back out to Watson. Watson again. Cross this in. Looking for, I'm not sure who he was looking for. And they're on a counter-attack now. But half-time has arrived before they can establish the counter-attack. 59% of the possession. 9 shots, 3 on target against their 5 shots, 1 on target. Our XG's a bit lower than theirs, though. So we need to be careful. They had a spot there for about 15 minutes in the second third of that, or across the first to second third of that first half. We need to be on it in the second half. Make sure they don't get back in, but also try and extend our lead if we can. Carlisle are winning at Boreham Wood, so we can't let up. And they get the second half underway. Well, we were just about to have a look. They've changed formation. Crooks heads that ball forward. French is on it. They've dropped to a flat back 3, which we know is always a bit of a problem to us. But we need to be good today. Riley cutting that ball out. Elliott, Huntley. A second goal here would probably finish the game off. Watson, it's in. Danny Elliott has put it away. It's 2-0 on 79 minutes. And I think we have just been promoted to League 2. Watson onside. He's pulled that ball back. And Danny Elliott, goalkeeper not getting there. It comes through to Danny Elliott. And Danny Elliott converts his second of the game. Throw in for Solihull Moors. Nicholson throws it into Flavor. Oof, off the crossbar. Gone over the top. Free kick, Glendon with a free kick. 85 minutes on the clock. We're 5 minutes away from League 2. Glendon cross this in. Taylor, who's come on as substitute, gone over the top though. It's ball in. Brown collects. As we go into the last couple of minutes of normal time. Launched a long one forward. Park, who's come on. Me finds Enright. Enright also come on. Green pulls it back for Watson, who has a shot from distance. I think he was looking for Elliott, but it was over the top. As we run down the time. Simmons. Corns. Back to Simmons. It'd be nice to keep a clean sheet as well. Flavo. And Cartwright is in the right place to stop that one going in. It's a corner on the far side. We are in added on time now. 4 minutes added on. And we're not going to keep a clean sheet. Oh, yes, we are. He was offside, Wisdom. So, clean sheet still available. It's all over. It's all over. And we get the trophy lift. There is the National League trophy. And it is League 2 next season. And now we start to do the building work for the new season. Two-nil winners over Solihull Moors at Damson Park. And, well, job done. And I've picked up £10,000 for the Ben. I haven't. I wish I had. But in the Sphere, we've picked up 10,000 for doing the job. Early part of the season, didn't look like it, but we got there in the end. We really turned on the form. And Danny Elliott getting a brace in this one has given us the win. 59% of the possession, 21 shots, 7 of which were on target, 2.20 on the XG. They had 10 shots, 4 on target, 1.64. And if you look down here, apart from those 15 minutes in that first half, we pretty much dominated that game. Good games from Watson and Elliott, who Watson getting a player of the match, as it turned out. Carlisle beating Borehamwood 3-1, as we thought they would do, but that is irrelevant. Well, quick look at the results. Irrelevant, really, in the scheme of things. But as did say, Carlisle winning their game against Borehamwood. Borehamwood already relegated. They won that 3-1 in the end. And Rochdale beating Braintree by 3-0. Hartlepool only managing a draw against Altrincham. Scunthorpe beating Forest Green by 1-0 to keep up their hopes and put them in a playoff position with 3 points. 3 points clear of Altrincham and 3 points left to play. So they've pretty much secured it. They don't want to lose against us, though, because Altrincham have a better goal difference. So it will be a fine and interesting match, the final game of the season. Morecambe 0-0 against Truro City. So that pretty much does, well, in fact, it does do for Morecambe. Their chance, as we said earlier, has gone and cleared. Braintree, I'm guessing, lost. Do we see York City beating Woking by 2-0 has sent Woking down. Braintree, of course, losing to Rochdale. Of course they did. So the table after 45 games, Woking, Borehamwood and Wealdstone already relegated. It's a battle then at the bottom between Solihull Moors and Maidenhead United. That loss to us by 2-0 has put Solihull Moors in a little bit of a dodgy position going into their final game. Carlisle still need to win, really, to secure that second place, because I think it gives them a benefit. Does it not give them a benefit? 1, 2... in fact, second and third gives them a benefit. And I think, obviously, with York City and Rochdale both on 90 points, Carlisle could end up in fourth, which means they have to play an extra round of playoff matches. So they don't want to be doing that. So they definitely need to make sure they get a win in their next match. Right, let's go and have a look. It is 9 days down to the game against Scunthorpe United. Final game of the season. And, well, we'll see what we can do in our final game of the season. It'd be nice to finish the season on a high with a win. Well, it's pretty much match day. Bit of news for you. As expected, the board have decided that they are going to take the next step and turn the club into a professional outfit. So that is that's been done. And I've also signed a new contract. I've got a £400 a week pay rise. And if we win or get promoted from League 2 next season, then we also pick up a £25,000 bonus as well. So that's all looking fine, Daddy. We have had, if I could put budgets in here, we have had, set the initial budgets. So the transfer budget is set at 368,000. The wage budget is where are we? Wage budget 14,000 a week. Is that no? Current wage budget is 35,000. Yeah, so 35,389. We've got effectively half of it pretty much free that is available at the moment. So we've got a bit of a hike in wage budget, but then we will use up some of that with contract because obviously contracts part-time going up to full-time will cost that bit more. So that's going up, and our scouting has gone up as well. So that and we'll need to be doing a bit of scouting and obviously looking at new players coming in. Anyway, that's pretty much brought you up to date. Our final match of the season against Scunthorpe United. We played them earlier in the season, beat them 1-0 earlier in the season. It was a goal from Glendon after 42 minutes at Scunthorpe that gave us the win in that game. A very close game. I'm not expecting it to be quite so close today. As we said just now, it's got all workings because Scunthorpe, though they are in that final playoff place, they need a point to definitely secure that playoff place because Altrincham and Braintree are right behind them. Braintree probably not so much, but Altrincham, if they win their last match of the season and Scunthorpe lose, they could overtake them because they have a better goal difference as it stands at the moment. Who are Scunthorpe obviously playing us? Who are Altrincham? Altrincham are playing Totton, who are down in 12th place. They're not on a bad run of form, actually, Totton. If my memory serves me right. No, they drew their last match, but they won the 4 previous to that, so they're not going to be a complete pushover. So we will wait and see. So it is final game of the season time. Expect a guard of honour as the teams come out onto the pitch. And so we have final game of the season, Scunthorpe United at home in the National League. It's match day 46 and the side that faces Scunthorpe for this final match of the season. Nothing to play for really but pride. Cartwright is in goal. It's Robinson, Watson, Byrne and Wilson. Fionn Wilson, who's one of the up-and-coming stars, gets a start as the right wing-back. Glendon playing as the deep line playmaker. Doyle and me are in central midfield with Taylor coming in for his last ever game for us. He retires in a couple of days' time. Green out on the right. Enright leads the attack today. Elliott is on the bench. The bench then looking like this. We have no goalkeeper. Shackelford, Park, Crooks, Riley, Huntley, Whittingham, Elliott. That is the bench. And here we are back at Stainton Park for the final game of the season. Playing a 4-3-3 today. Scunthorpe also playing a 4-3-3. They've made one change from the side that lost 1-0 to Forest Green in their last match. They are currently 7th with 71 points, looking for a win in order to secure a playoff place. And the guard of honour as we come out onto the pitch. And they get us underway, playing in their claret and blue today. Reece Dottin with a free kick. 8 minutes on the clock. Crosses this ball in. It's headed in. Oof. And it's come off the crossbar. Reece Dottin with the corner. Swung in. Headed back out to Reece Dottin. Danger ensues. Reece Dottin's had a go on his own. And Cartwright pushes it out for a corner on the other side. Well, Scunthorpe certainly looked like a side with a mission. Wanting to secure this playoff place, of course, Fionn Wilson. Fionn Wilson crossed this into the area. Shot blocked from Enright. Taylor has picked up a yellow card on his final ever game. Doyle, backheeled. Glendon. Oof, that was dipping, but over the top. Watson. Robinson. Back to Watson. Watson crossed this one in. Didn't find anybody. Scales is there. Reece Dottin, who's been a bit of a thorn in our side in this game. Goes out wide. Through to Reece Dottin. He's still there. And the block coming from Cartwright. And it's gone for a corner. We're going to see the corner. Reece Dottin. This one's going to be an outswinger. Swung out. Headed away. But it's gone behind. In fact, it's gone for a corner on the other side. And a yellow card from Ashton Mee. That's a penalty, actually. I'm not sure what happened. And it's Omola. Beats Cartwright. And Scunthorpe take the lead on 41 minutes. Omola straight down the middle. Cartwright had stayed still. He'd have got it. And half-time has arrived. We're behind at half-time. 46% of the possession, 9 shots, 3 on target for Scunthorpe. We've had just 7 shots, 1 on target, and 54% of the possession. As I said, Scunthorpe looked like a side that were on a mission to get into those playoff places. And at the moment, they're doing it. Well, we've made 3 changes at half-time as Danny Elliott, who's come on at half-time, kicks us off. Ball out for a throw on that far side. A defensive throw it's going to be. Robinson to make that throw. And a very poor ball. And Robinson's ball. And Omola scores his second. This time from open play. And, well, Robinson's throw over the head of his player. It would have been perfect if he'd been playing it for one of our... If he'd been playing for the other side, but he wasn't. Well, certainly look like a side that's given up on this. And Cartwright clashes that ball out of the air as Omola tries to get a third. Byrne, Wilson, Green. Green puts that into space for Elliott. Elliott has to hold the ball up. Elliott's into the area. Elliott goes on his own. And it's a good save in the end. We'll see the corner. Doyle with the corner. An outswinger. Swung out. Headed away. Green. Top corner. Top draw. Top shot. It's back in the game. And Deverne Green on the volley. It's headed away by the defence. Rose, I think it was. Or at least Dottin. Heads. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was Green. Then just picks it on the half volley. And Avery was clutching air. Robinson with the corner. This one deep, back post, headed away. Green again. Ooh, and offside there. Avery with the Byrne judged to have blocked the view of the goalkeeper. Huntley. Huntley finds Elliott. Elliott turns. Elliott curls the ball. And Avery gets rid for another corner. as we enter the 90th minute. 5 minutes added on, and it looks like we're going to defeat at the final game of the season. It's a 2-1 loss on the final game of the season. We weren't good in that first half, and we give them too much, really. Wrestled some of the possession back. 17 shots, 5 on target. We have 14 shots, 4 on target. Our XG 0.83 against their 2.51. We did throw everything in the kitchen sink at it as we could, but we weren't good enough for them. And bearing in mind, Scunthorpe needed the win in order to secure a playoff place. And so the final day of the season, and the results that matter. Altrincham lost in the end, so Scunthorpe didn't need that win, which is really annoying. But Tottenham, as I said, we're on a good run of form and continue that form into the end of the season. Carlisle winning their final game of the season against Braintree. They secure and confirm themselves in second place. Well, we knew that anyway, because they pretty much had done the business, albeit they needed to get a result as well to avoid York City and Rochdale catching them. And they possibly would have done. York City beating Eastleigh by 2-0. Forest Green 2, Hartlepool 2. Hartlepool not finishing the season particularly well. Fylde beating Halifax Town. Maidenhead United, they drop into either the National League North or South by virtue of their 2-1 loss to Sutton United. Solihull Moors surviving on goal difference because they lost to Morecambe 2-1. They're reliant on Sutton United doing the business. Of course, we lost 2-1 to Scunthorpe in the final game. Rochdale beating Truro City 2-1. So all the sides at the top winning. Wealdstone, believe it or not, won their final game in the National League, beating Yeovil by 2-1. Yeovil had a poor end to the season. Woking, who were already relegated, were beaten 4-1 by also relegated Boreham Wood. That leaves the table at the end of the episode, and at the end of the season we'll obviously do a roundup, an end of season review in the next episode. But we are champions by 2 points. Shame we couldn't win that last game of the season, our 7th loss of the season. But 97 points. 2 points clear of Carlisle at the end. And a hard-fought end to the season. 4 points clear of York City and Rochdale, and some 11 points clear of Hartlepool, who were in 5th place. 12 points clear of Fylde in 6th place, and some 23 points clear of Altrincham, who were in 8th place, just missing out on the... Scunthorpe, that is. What am I on about? Altrincham just outside, of course. Altrincham and Braintree, both on 68 points. But Altrincham's run into the end of the season was poor. And I guess you could say they didn't really deserve a playoff place. And they didn't get one either. Right, that's our season done and dusted. We will bring you up to date with all the news of the playoffs, who's won what leagues and all the rest of it in the next episode as we start to look to life in League 2. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode, though. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. That keeps you up to date with all future episodes to Be a Legend as they are released. We will come out with new episodes. Hopefully next week. We need to be back on the right dates, and I'm trying to record ahead. So hopefully they will be out on time because the week after next I'm on holiday. So I do need to get these episodes locked in and recorded, which hopefully we will manage to do. And then we'll be back to Tuesdays and Fridays for To Be a Legend. Best way of keeping up to date, though, of what's happening on the channels, follow me on X at Just Offside 2. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you for the next episode. It's going to be an end of season review and transfer special as we start to look for players that will compete in League 2 next season. Until next time, goodbye.